once again nyongera okubeera tembabuuza ku Fahad Preyugi mbanyingira ne updates ku bice ebikozi biri mu kubeera bitambula mu ggwanga lya Uganda ne bulugwanga waliwo talo olwasobola okubeera teruwalukawo era nga president afuga kuno omukulembeze gw'eggwanga lya Uganda President Museven yavuddeyo n'abeera nga ate munange alumbagana ekibuga ekikulu Dubai eky'eggwanga erimanyikiddwa nga UAE ono mu bigambo bye yavuddeyo n'ategeeza nti munange yeewuunya abantu naddala bannayuganda bakera ku makyane bava mu Uganda mune bagenda mu Dubai okubeera nga ate mbu banoonya emirimu era nga yeewuunyiza nnyo n'agamba nti eddungu nga bwe liri ery'eggwanga ly'e Dubai lwaki omuntu yalikidde ku makyane abeera nga ate munange agenda okubeera nga ate atuukayo era ng'olwo yateesobola okubeera nga ate akompeyalinga Dubai ku Uganda n'ategeeza nti Uganda eri wala nnyo mbwera Uganda paradise sako n'ebigambo birala bingi nnyo byogenda okubeera nga ate wawulirako mu butambi awo kakati no munange oluvannyuma lw'omukulembeze w'eggwanga okubeera nga teyavuddeyo n'ayogera ebigambo ebyo alabika nga yasiikudde debate ekyasinza okubeera nga ate munange ennene era nga bwe twogerera ensi zonna zivuddeyo okubeera nga tezingira mu lutalo luno njagala okubeera nga tekuterawo endowooza z'abantu ab'enjawulo abasobodde okubeera nga teboogera ku nsonga eno abamu basobodde okubeera nga of course basupporting omukulembeze w'eggwanga bagaye ti President Museven kyasobodde okubeera nga ate oyogera kituufu nnyo ate abalala bavudde ne babeera nga ate munange bamuwakanya era ne basobola n'okubeera nga ate bamuwaayo examples ez'enjawulo wakati wa Dubai sako n'ekibuga Kampala tulaba tuzikaalira ngenda kubeera nga tebikuzanyira byonna oyongera okubeera nga ate omanya biki ebiri mu kubeera nga ate bigenda maaso saidi ze naye bwansawo okkirirawo n'obeera nga ate otuwedowooza gwolowooza ki Uganda esinga Dubai oba Dubai esinga Uganda agenda wansawo obeera nga of course osulayo ndowooza yo sheka shamusomodo wala nnyo okubeera nga takolako ku namba z'essimu ziyita wansi ku stickers mwekwate ajja kubeera nga takolako nga kulombereddwa buli kimu kijja kubeera nga kikutambulira bulungi nnyo malidadi sana katusimbule n'ensonga zino President Museven azisobola okubeera nga ate akuonako ku biki ebiri mu kubeera nga tebigenda mu maaso saidi zeyo tevaawo.
To find people going to work in Dubai, what are you going to do in Dubai? A desert. Dubai. What are you going to do in Dubai? When I go there, I pray that I come back quickly. The temperature, the climate, the what? You live paradise here. This is paradise. You go to work in those places. It is inferiority complex, ignorance, poor leadership, uprooted. People who have no roots. I am rooted here. My roots are here. There is nothing I don't know. I grew with our culture.
Capital state of Uganda is Kampala. What about the capital state of Africa?
Uganda. Uganda.
Why?
Because Uganda is my country. Uganda is the pearl of Africa.
You find the people going to work in Dubai. What are you going to do in Dubai? A desert. Do you find the people Dubai? Muzei. Munange line ddungu lyolaba lye litubezezaawo ffe bazzukulu bo abamu okulinze Patra asobola okwogera wano video n'ekutuukako mu nsonga ze wawadde lwaki tuva Uganda wataddemu ne poor leadership omuzeeyi tubadde tusabe wantu awo tokendeeza yongeza ku volume poor leadership esawa zino ziri 8 ez'emisana temperature eri ku 42 degrees 42 Uganda ebeera ku 35. In fact, 35 degrees Celsius is the highest temperature ever recorded in the history of Uganda. Munange ne wocha tunoonyayo sente.
I just found out that the Ugandans in Dubai did not understand what the president was saying. He meant climate. And he was right. The climate there is not for human beings. But on the other hand, do you feed on climate? Now, those are the better questions to ask. Does good climate bring food to your table? It is better to breathe in the hot air which is out there, but you have food, than to breathe in fresh oxygen when you are just here. Your stomach is saying ulcers. Hey, this is our country. We love it. In this country, at least even if you don't have food, just have some data. Make sure you have data. And if you have data, you are, even if you are hungry, you can 1 meal a day. But the question remains, do you feed on good climate? Does good climate bring food to your table?
Nze najje Dubai kukyusa bulamu bwange nganze nyinza okuba nsindika Uganda sente ne bazitema omusolo nyinza okuba nkola bingi ne byongera ku nfuna ye Uganda oba ku economy ye Uganda naye sijjanga keno ng'ekindeese kukyusa oba contributing ku byanfuna bya Uganda ngenda kuwa ensonga bwe twali tujje Dubai twalina ekirowoozo ekyokujja ofune capital era nga bw'otuuka n'owulira abantu abamazeewo emyaka esatu jasitoga esatu ng'okolawo ki ng'ojja nno olina ekirowoozo ekifuna miliyoni 5 miliyoni 6 miliyoni 10 odde ewaka ofune entandikwa obeeko n'ekyokola naye bankuba kyeyo wane essaawa zino abali mu Dubai tebamanyi na ddi lwe baliddayo Uganda sente zonna ze bakola bwe bazispendinga bwe bazikolamu ebyo bwe baziwereramu abaana tebakyayina busobozi busobola kukwata sente ne bazisavinga ne baddayo ewaka lwaki nti expense ye Uganda yasukka ekyokubiri abana Uganda bangi abazze wano ne bagamba nti ankoye kanzireyo ewaka nina miliyoni zangaana naddayo amazima ga Katonda okumala omwaka ogukwebiri ng'ayagala kudda Dubai kyovula abana Uganda basalawo bagamba anze kankolerwe lukiri nkwato oba bali ndipotinga budipotinzi kankole paka sijja teekawo time limit mbugenda kuddayo Uganda simanyi ntandike business zange bangi balina endowooza eyo lwaki economy ya Uganda yatabuka okitegeera okukola sente n'ozitwala Uganda obanga azitutte okuzimalawo okuzisaanyaawo sigamba nteriyo babeera successful gye bali naye percentage esinga eremererwa lwa policies Uganda nga yo zeteekawo income y'abantu eri very low kyokka expenditure eri very high buli kintu kyeyongera buli lunaku omukulu yavuddeyo n'agamba mbu abo abatalina mmotoka bw'oba olina emmotoka lwaki otambula olagawa ye nga takimanyi kumanya nti abantu bakozesa emmotoka ne bagenda ne bakola sente abantu bakozesa entambula ne batambuza ebyamaguzi abantu bakozesa entambula ne bakola ebintu ebigatta ku ggwanga yakugambye gwavugavuga emmotoka olagawa ogenda kukola ki sigale waka abantu bakolera waka Uganda yatuse ku level ekolera waka so onansonyiwa nenze njagadde kubuulira abana Uganda kuba Museven sijja mubuulira nawe namubuulira tasobola bitegeera.
To find people going to work in Dubai, what are you going to do in Dubai? A desert. Dubai. What are you going to do in Dubai? When I go there, I pray that I come back quickly. The temperature, the climate, the what? You live paradise here. This is paradise. You go to work in those places. It is inferiority complex, ignorance, poor leadership.
Well, I pray to God that I find the most respectful way to inform my beloved president how unfair it is to have our leaders blaming us for their own mistakes. It is too unfair for us, especially Ugandans living abroad. And I don't blame you, Mr. President. I blame your ministers who give you wrong information and make you think that for all the problems we have in Uganda, going to Dubai is one of them. That is wrong. Uganda has 1,000 problems, and us going to Dubai to work is not among those problems. I'm glad you even talked of the 3 aspects of poor leadership, ignorance, and inferiority complex. How is it our fault that we have bad leaders? How is it our fault that when you choose a minister, he employs all his family members? How is it our fault that when someone becomes a speaker in Uganda, all the support staff is from his family? It is not our fault. Yes, Uganda is paradise, but it has become paradise for the chosen few. It has become paradise for those who are born lucky, those who have connections. When corruption works in the favor of some people, they call it a connection. They only shout when it does not favor them. If I don't have a relative who is in government, my only hope is to go to Dubai, because we have different talents. Maybe I've got an offer to go and hustle. Why not go? So I wish to tell you that there are only 2 things that happen whenever a Uganda lands in Dubai. The moment you step your foot on Dubai, 2 things happen to you as a Ugandan. 1, you appreciate Uganda more. The moment you reach and see the sun, you see the temperature, you see everything around, you get to appreciate the natural beauty we have as Uganda. The second thing that happens to Ugandan when you step your foot on Dubai soil, you hate our leaders even more. No wonder you see Ugandans talking with bitter feelings. Because when you reach outside Uganda, you get to know that we should be far better than we are now. But our leaders have eaten so much of what should make Uganda great. Those are two things you feel when you step in Dubai. When you reach, you appreciate the way Uganda was naturally designed. We are blessed. But unfortunately, you hate our leaders because they have not allowed us to benefit from the natural resources that we have. It is not our fault. And I'm sure, Mr. President, you know very well that your ministers are thieves, most of them. That is why even you yourself, after hiring them, you go ahead to warn them, telling them, if I find you are not working, I will fire you. You see, you yourself, you need to threaten them. Someone had to say this. And to you ministers, if you think of your problem, you go and work. But I want to tell you, our ministers, greatness does not lie in protecting yourself from the people. Greatness lies in being accepted by your people. Work for the people. Serve them right. They will respect you. You will not even need bodyguard. So I wish, Mr. President, instead of criticizing us for going to Dubai, we only need your noble guidance. Help us to chase those corrupt thieves in government. Let every resource be productive. Let there be value for money. Let jobs be given out equally. Let there be equal distribution of opportunities. The income per capita of Uganda is worse. Income lies in the hands of the chosen few. The rich are continuing to be rich. The poor are continuing to be poor. The gap between the rich and the poor is widening. So there has to be balances and checks. Otherwise, we cannot continue taking the blame of our leaders. They go there and eat the money, develop big stomach, and then we are blamed. So if we were all to return to Uganda, can you contain us? Do you have jobs for all of us? It is not our fault that those ministers are not telling you how much money they are accumulating from our heads. We send money, we pay tax. The companies that bring us to Dubai, we pay money there, a lot of money. And we even pay twice. The sponsor gives you visa, the company takes commission from Uganda. You reach this side, they are deducting your money. So, Mr. President, before you accuse us and blame us, first be considerate for once as our judge. You always call us Bazukuru. So we hope you can also be remorseful for us, for what we go through. It is not our fault that your ministers are not telling you how much money they are making from labor export companies. They are not telling you that we pay twice. You pay in Uganda and you reach Dubai, they deduct your money for visa. So we are now to blame. Life is really unfair. But I'm truly disappointed in Mr. President for these remarks. Uganda would be great if every leader was doing what is supposed to be done. You reach Dubai, even a minister doesn't have a driver. They drive themselves. But in Uganda, one minister will have 10 staff. Driver, security, everything. Why do they need that much security? Because they know in their way of rising up, they stepped on too many people, so they have many enemies. That's the problem of Africa. For someone to become a member of parliament, for someone to become a minister, they have tortured a lot of people below there. That's why when they get power, they need too much protection because of how many people have suffered, because of the pain they have caused in the lives of many people. So they need protection. We need a Uganda where it is not optional to do the right thing. Everybody must do what is right, not what pleases them and their family. Justice for every Nkubacheyo. Justice for us. It is enough to see our leaders comfortably blaming us for their own shortcomings. Totally unfair. I know this might put me in trouble, but Obunta Filindia. I've been on jail for 8 years. I have thought instead of being there begging and maybe stealing, let me come to Dubai and survive. And my own president is telling me that is ignorance, inferiority complex. Our own leaders are making us inferior. When Uganda Airlines had an issue at Dubai airport, other countries came and repatriated their citizens. Ugandans were stranded at the airport. Why don't you ask Ugandan Minister of Foreign Affairs, why do they make us look like that? If we are treated in an inferior way, it's because our leaders have made us inferior. They cut deals, they eat money on our head, and then we become a nuisance to the rest of the world. Who will respect us if our leaders are acting like that? Everything you are blaming us for, it is not our fault. It is the fault of our leaders. And if that is sorted, I am proud to come back home. I also miss home. Uganda is paradise. It is right. I also wish to be working from home. But let these things change. Let there be equal distribution of opportunities. I don't know what my fate is after this video, but for God and my country.
President Museven avuddeyo n'ategeeza lwaki bannayuganda mugende Dubai mu ddungu mu muliro n'agamba ye bw'agenda yabeera n'okusaba akomawo ddi naye ekibatwalayo butamanya na bukulembeze bubi Uganda matawuta.
To find people going to work in Dubai, what are you going to do in Dubai? A desert. Dubai. What are you going to do in Dubai? When I go there, I pray that I come back quickly. The temple, the climate, the what? You leave paradise here. This is paradise. You go to work in those places. It is inferiority complex, ignorance, poor leadership.
Bagamba ddamu omukulu tamagamaga. Ekitutwala mu malungu ago mu misana. Labanga naffe tuvaayo n'akantu itusobola okugatta ku byenfuna by'eggwanga. Nti ffenna bwe tunaatunuulira PDM wa ssente ziva mu gavumenti egenda kusolooza mu baani omusolo. Omwana bw'ava eweeru n'obukadde bwe 20 oba 30 asobola okutandikawo n'afuuka modo faama n'ayongera ku byenfuna by'eggwanga. Naye tagendayo nti lwakuba akyaye ensi ye, tagendayo nti lwakola agendayo naye akomewo abeeko kyagatta ku nsi ye Uganda awamu n'okulabirira famire ye. Luwama wasindikira akasente bazaddeyo ne bagula omunyu ne batwala abaana ku ssomero gavumenti yonna ebeesokooza. So okubeera ebweru bw'eggwanga tekitegeeza nti Uganda si mungi ne tugirekawo tugende naffe tufuna abaana kubanga emirimu oba okutandikawo kyonna kyotandise kyetaaganga olina akasente. Kyova olaba model farmers abalina ennyingi bafuna ennyingi PDM bafuna kaki. So tufuluma eggwanga Uganda tusobole okubaako kitugatta ku nsi yaffe.
Capital state of Uganda is Kampala. What about the capital state of Africa?
Uganda. Uganda.
Why?
Because Uganda is my country. Uganda is the pearl of Africa.
You find the people going to work in Dubai. What are you going to do in Dubai? A desert. Do you find the people Dubai? Muzeyi. Munange lino eddungu lyolaba lye litubeezezzaawo ffe bazzukulu bo abamu okulinze Patra asobola okwogera wano vidiyo n'ekutuukako. Mu nsonga ze wawadde lwaki tuva Uganda wataddemu ne poor leadership. Muzeeyi tubadde tusabe wantu awo tokendeeza yongeza ku volume poor leadership. Essaawa zino ziri 8 ez'emisana temperature eri ku 42 degrees 42. Uganda ebeera ku 35. In fact 35 degrees Celsius is the highest temperature ever recorded in the history of Uganda. Munange ne wocha tunoonyaayo sente.
I just found out that the Ugandans in Dubai did not understand what the president was saying. He meant climate. And he was right. The climate there is not for human beings. But on the other hand, do you feed on climate? So those are the better questions to ask. Does good climate bring food to your table? It is better to breathe in the hot air which is out there, but you have food, than to breathe in fresh oxygen when you are just here. Your stomach is saying ulcers.
Abalungi abatuwuliriza era abatulaba olunaku olwaleero tukyaddeko ewa Sheikh Asiraf Dembe.
Sebo nsanyusa okubalaba. Amannya agange nze Sheikh Asiraf Dembe. Akola ku bizibu by'enjawulo. Omuntu singa aba alina ebirwadde musomereddwa tumuwa amazzi ga lukuya nga bw'obadde ogalaba. Tugenda abantu ku kyoto ne twokya emizimu emibi egibabaamu. N'okulomba edduwa abantu singa abeera ng'ali wano atuuse sobola okumulombera edduwa. Ne waba atatuuse nga mpadde amannya ge naye ng'ali wala. Neetaase enamba yange yeeno eri 0707363711. Nammwe bannyinaffe abali ebweru oyagala okuba nti oyagala okulombera ku dduwa ng'olina ebizibu viza zibuze amaka gakolongotana sente zikola zimpita mu ngalo ojja kumpeereza ekifaananyi kyo n'amannya go ebyo byokka bijja kummala nja kukulombera edduwa ojja kutereera. Olunaku olusembayo mu mwezi mba n'edduwa eyawamu ffenna n'abalwadde bange abakadde n'abapya. Salaamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.